Yeah,
I know it's moving very fast, so it's going to get loud really fast for you guys in the Albany area, and we're not forgetting about you guys in the other areas as well. We're timing this out so we can have all your cities on here. Albany, of course, one of the more populated areas. You guys need to be taking your shelters. Tornado sirens should be off. If you guys are watching on TV, if you guys are watching in a restaurant, I know a lot of football going on today, you guys need to forget about it right now if you're in this tornado warning, because this is a serious situation. We're talking about possibility of a tornado moving into the southern portion of Albany. Does that put it on track to hit Putney or a little bit north of Putney?
I did it probably a broad view.
Okay.
But it should cross between Putney and Albany.
So
probably south side of Albany.
So this is the area that we think that if this tornado is confirmed, and we're going to treat it like it is, because definitely dangerous situation, would be coming, crossing Highway 19, moving right across the southern portion of Albany. And let's see if we can get a little bit of timing on this. And if you guys are in any of these areas, seek shelter. Watch this on your phone. Do not stick by a TV. You need to get into a shelter position now. That means an interior room, and that usually a bathroom with bathtub and a hall closet. This is a dangerous situation. We're not talking about just a potential for some heavy wind. We've got a tornado warning on this storm here, and you can already hear the rain start picking up here in Albany, but it looks like that potential tornado be going between Putney and Albany. Would you say that's correct, Chris?
Yeah, the rotation looks like it's there. Let me just look at it real quick.
All right, we're going to look and try to get another idea of what's going on here.
It's due east right now, or sorry, due west of Putney.
Due west of Putney here.
And heading along that line still. So I'm going to put that line back up. Along that yellow line, which I'll show you here in a second. That seems to be exactly the center of the track of that line. You see that line? I'm going to move that.
All right, you can kind of see this yellow line here, which is actually the southern portion of the severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like along this line is where we think that possible rotation could be, right here. And Chris has got the arrow in here now. That's great.
The rotation's right here, and it's moving right along this yellow line. It's pretty much exactly on the center. The south side of that line is where I think the worst of the weather will be, where we're seeing winds
right in this area here, south of Albany.
Gusting to, let's see here, I'm showing browns again. So we could be seeing, hold on a second, up to 80, 90 miles an hour winds here.
All right, so we're looking at another potential strong wind event coming through the southern portion of Albany here. We are under a tornado warning, this red polygon. If you guys are listening to us right now and hear the sirens outside, you need to be in your shelter. I cannot stress to you guys enough how being in the bottom floor of your home, interior room, you don't want to be in a room that has any exterior walls. You want to be on the inside, most sturdy portion of your home. Anything from football helmets, bike helmets, pillows, blankets, cover your head. A lot of people get hurt by debris in these tornadoes, and we're expecting right now that we could have this potential tornado right now that is west of Putney, moving toward Highway 19 now, and south of the Albany area, with the potential our winds here. And we're more located up here, and if we need to take cover, we will. But right now, it looks like it's more on the southern side of Albany right now. So we're keeping a very close eye on this, as this tornado warning now is pushing through portions of southwest Georgia, including Albany, Georgia right now. We're starting to hear the rain pick up. You'll hear the wind pick up, but we are in a tornado warning. We're talking about very heavy, very strong wind possible with this. Nothing to mess around with. You could potentially hear trees snapping, falling on roofs. That's why you need to be on the low level of your home. You need to have your head covered. This is a dangerous situation that we're talking about right now. And we are going to time this out a little bit for where we think the rotation is. The last time we really picked up on it was off to the west of Putney, and you're going to hear the rain pick up here too, so I'm going to try to talk a little bit louder. But we're talking about Walker at 3:23, Albany 3:30, so that's here in about 8 minutes. You guys need to make sure that you are staying safe, please. We don't need anybody else getting hurt. We've got moving into the Walker area at 323, 330 by Albany there. And how's that rotation look like, Chris?
It's really tight. It's really coming together.
It's a really tight rotation.
Yeah.
Has the Weather Service said anything else there on chat? Anything about
no.
debris signature?
No, nothing.
Okay, because if we did see that, then if we saw a debris signature, we could potentially say that there's a tornado on the ground, because it would be putting up some debris.
It is, to me, it's very reminiscent of the January 2nd event.
Yeah, this is almost like Groundhog Day here for January 2nd. So it looks like it's going to hit a little further off to the south. Can't pinpoint it exactly, but we're doing the best here we can. If you live along this kind of yellow line here, south of Albany, north of Putney, it looks like where the worst of this is going to be happening. Tornado warning, very strong wind coming our way. See the blue arrow? That's where we think the strongest rotation is right now. A possible tornado moving into the city of Albany. It's not a joke. Take it seriously. It's off to the south. This is not the time to go outside and take pictures. You need to be in your safe spot. And we've timed it out for you guys a little bit. Walker, 323, 330 for Albany. The Butler subdivision would be 333. Red Rock, 340, 346 would be Doles. And you can see that velocity there when you see the greens and the reds kind of intermingle. You've got the potential for that at least very strong wind. And you're thinking, Chris, that we could have 80 to 90 mile-an-hour winds here.
Yeah. Definitely so.
Okay.
Or you need a little break?
Yeah, I'm just grab some water.
Okay. I'm going to take over here with the latest information. We see a fairly tight rotation in this storm, and it's coming right to the south of Albany. It looks like it's, again, going to pass between Putney and Albany. I see some winds that could be 90 miles an hour. It's a small area. It's a smaller area than what hit us on January 2nd. It's farther south than what hit us on January 2nd, but it's pretty much right on the line. You can see that yellow line. That is the southern part of the severe thunderstorm warning that's to the north. And that line, the southern extent of that line, this rotation is following. And so here's Albany, which is getting obstructed by our scope, but it's staying south of Albany, may get the airport, very close to the airport. The rotation, we're seeing the winds coming out of the north and coming out of the south, and the rotation on the north side is, the winds are a little lighter, just like the event that we had back on January 2nd. The winds on the top part of the rotation were not as strong, but the bottom part here is where we saw the winds up to 90 miles an hour coming in here. So again, not exactly the same location, but a very similar looking storm. And we're actually seeing just the change in wind kind of spiral in here. And so between Putney and Albany, if you live between Putney and Albany, find your safe room right now. A possible tornado is moving through. Yes.
Tornado emergency coming for Albany.
Yep.
2 minutes ago.
All right. So tornado emergency for Albany. If you live in Albany, especially south and east Albany right now, please get in your safe room. We have a tornado emergency now for Albany, the southern part of Albany, as far south as Putney.
Debris signature to the west of Putney.
Okay, we had a debris signature to the west of Putney, and I believe that's what that white is right there. You see that white? That very well could be a debris signature here, showing up even on our velocity with the white. So we are seeing a debris signature here south of Albany and just to the north and west of Putney. Southern parts of Albany will possibly see a tornado moving through your area. So South Albany and East Albany, please get in your safe room. It is January 2nd all over again, just a little farther south. The winds are just as strong. I'm seeing 90 mile an hour winds, a little tighter storm than the one on January 2nd, so it may not be as widespread, but it will be more intense damage. We have a tornado emergency right now in Albany. Please seek shelter immediately from Putney to Albany, anywhere between that area right now. Could be experiencing tornadic winds. Safe room, please stay in the safe room. This is, again, high risk. This is kind of what we expected. We didn't want it to happen, but it is. we have a tornado emergency now in Albany and Putney included in that. This storm is heading right between us as we go. Any more information coming down?
Other than the fact that they're saying that tornado emergency for Albany, that was at 3:24. It's now 3:28. We're into this tornado emergency now by about 4 minutes, heading our way. That debris signature is there. It actually looks like it might be strengthening, Chris.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing it. Okay, so again, if we're still looking at that yellow line, kind of the center of the rotation may be a little south of that line here. In the last go, it may be moving a little bit south of this line and heading again, just crossing the southern portions of Albany into the Putney area. As we speak, a tornado emergency is in effect for the city of Albany. We have a tornado warning right now until 3:45. I'm going to take the scope off to kind of, because it's still interrupting the view of Albany. So I wanted to show that. But there you go. You can see that. And then I'll redraw that scope. Again, we've got lightning strikes here like crazy.
Lightning strikes. You guys need, this is a tornado emergency. This does not happen very often. We cannot stress to you enough that this is exactly what we did not want to happen, but you guys need to be in your severe weather spot, and we actually are
losing power.
We're losing power here. Stay with us on Facebook Live. If we lose power, we will be continuing on Facebook Live. I've got a Facebook Live feed up, so does WALB News 10, Andrew Gorton, WALB. We are starting to lose power here in Albany, Georgia. So if you guys see it go in and out, just make sure that you stay with us on Facebook or on our app. That's the best we can do if we've got the power app here, or the power outages here.
Still seeing it north of Putney and south of Albany. It is passed east of Albany, but is heading now into eastern portions. I'm going to have to turn the TV off because the volume just turned on when we got power again.
Again, you guys need to be taking shelter right now in Albany. This is not a joke.
So we are seeing the circulation come right into Albany as we speak.
You guys need to be sheltered down first floor of a home. Cover yourself with blankets and pillows if you have them next to you. If not, lowest level of your home or business, wherever you're at right now. This is not a drill here. We've got tornado emergency. That's a step really above tornado warning for Albany right now.
All right, it just stopped. Total quiet.
Total quiet.
Let's look at the live radar here. Oh my goodness. We went from Armageddon to total quiet. It's deathly quiet outside. No lightning, no nothing. We're going to take a look outside safely. Okay, if you're just joining us, welcome to Tornado Outbreak 2017. We had a tornado emergency in Albany. We're continuing to monitor this situation as we speak. Tornado emergency. We believe a tornado has passed between Putney and Albany.
And from what I saw out here, it's trees down, nothing too crazy, not the worst of the storm, so you guys still need to be in place for Albany. We're not out of this.
Yeah, the east side of Albany right now, East Doherty. This is heading into, will be into the Worth County area very shortly.
Getting reports of windows busted out. You guys, if you have damage reports, send them to us safely. Just comment either on the Facebook feeds or email us. Do not go outside.
Yeah, wait till the storm passes. We are still, the eastern portion of Doherty County is still under the gun here, even though it's totally quieted down.
It went from just complete mayhem to silence.
So that storm...
But there's still a tornado emergency for Albany right now.
Yeah, it's the eastern portion of Albany. East Albany, you're still under that emergency. Please be in your safe room. Next up is going to be We're looking live outside here in northwest Albany. So again, we didn't get the worst of it, even though it sounded horrific. And we had tons of power hits, and it just felt like something bad was going to happen. We didn't hear that freight train, although we did hear a lot of heavy rain, and we got a lot of lightning, and you can see all the rainfall right now out the door here. That's a live look out our out our door, basically, in protective shelter. But we're still watching this, and I'm still seeing.
I can go over to the wall, point it out.
Yeah, I'm still seeing
you can
it.
Keep the Facebook mic.
It's a little south now.
Okay, so
of that line.
Meteorologist Chris Elm is going to show us where we think that we've got the rotation still, and he's got mic falling off here. Tornado emergency for Albany still.
Yeah, the circulation is coming right towards this area right here now.
So this area right here, still a tornado emergency for Albany, and that's moving off to the northeast still. So if you live in Worth County, this wind, if it wasn't a tornado, that was some crazy wind. It's coming your way. That's going to be damaging wind going your way. We're talking about a tornado emergency right now in the city of Albany. Part of the town already has been hit. Damage reports already coming in, but right now we're still tracking this potential tornado for this tornado emergency going through the city of Albany. You can see a little bit of a couplet there that looks like it's on the east side of town right there. It's just not what you want to see. Still very strong wind with this. Could have had 80 to 90 mile an hour wind here, and we weren't even in the worst spot.
Yeah, it's getting close to Business 98 here on the east side of town.
Okay, okay. Going toward 82.
I think they just whittled away the tornado warning on the northwest side as well. You want the Facebook mic back?
Unless you want to get on
Andrew?
the wall. We're still getting power hits here.
More power hits. Yeah, I'll get on the wall. I'm just going to put the tornado warning.
This tornado emergency still in effect for Albany. Not all of Albany is done with this just yet.
All right, so the tornado warning continues to 3:45. It is the circulation is just moved now north of Highway 82. So here's Highway 82, Business 82. As you come out of Miller out there and the Highway 300. And then as you head into Worth County, it is now north of 82. So it's right there, we believe. Right there, we believe, is where the circulation lies, where my finger is, and it's moving north and east into northern Worth County. Circulation still is very, very ominous looking. We could have winds of 80 miles to 90 miles an hour here in northern Worth County. And again, a very similar track, maybe a little farther south by maybe 5 miles compared to the last event, but it looked more intense, it looked tighter. The circulation was much more intense than the events we had back on January 2nd, so this may have been a real bona fide tornado moving through Albany. And of course, we did have a tornado emergency. We had a debris signature scene, and so that's the area we're looking at here. It's not showing up very well, but it's now moving, looks like out of Dougherty County and heading into Worth County, still seeing a very strong signature. So this will be north of 82. So Sylvester, you're not under the gun here. We might need to zoom out here. I think we have extended this tornado warning, have we not?
Yeah, and also I've got an update from the National Weather Service. This was just 3 minutes ago. Tornado crossed US 19 in Albany from the National Weather Service.
Okay, so we did have a confirmed tornado which crossed 19, and that's what we were talking about. It would have crossed into the between the Putney and Albany area, and it continues to move north and east. Again, our circulation is showing up here now, so that was 3 to 5 minutes ago. When it crossed 19, and now we're
keep going.
So we're coming across Worth County as we speak. Again, I think the circulation is right in this area here, and it's continuing to move right into the northern portions of Worth County. And this tornado warning, which goes till 3:45, I believe, may have to be extended, especially if this turns out to be one of these long-lived events.
So right where we saw that velocity and that signature, we had a 73 mile an hour wind gust measured at the Albany airport.
Okay, so 73 mile an hour wind gust reported at the airport. It's 2 miles away from hurricane force. That's higher than any wind gust we had with the January 2nd event. The highest wind gust we had measured was 63 at Darton, or Albany State West. That was the highest wind gust we saw, and that area got really a lot of damage in the Darton, Albany States, over the Albany Museum of Art. That was just a 63 mile an hour wind. We're talking about a 70, so we're 10 miles an hour over at the airport, and the airport equipment is there for the airplanes and also for us to get the information, but that is a very reliable source for a wind speed. So nearly a hurricane force, a very strong tropical storm force wind, and again, the circulation very well could have, I think, was a little south of the airport, but it very well could have been north. Again, we're going to find out so when they do the survey as this tornado continues to track into Worth County. It's still staying just south of this line here, and so we believe it's in this area here. It just, it was hugging that line, and luckily it didn't hug that line for too long because it would have really come across South and East Albany, but it kind of moved a little farther south and continues to do that, and now is in Worth County, and that takes this tornado warning farther. But just the change in what was going on here, and we were on the other side of town. We had very heavy rain, sound like very strong winds, tons of thunder and lightning, and the lights were flickering, and we were about to go into our shelter. I was ready to get under the desk, and then all of a sudden, it turned off like that. It was quiet. It was over. The only time I can ever remember that was in Hurricane Wilma when we were in the eye. It went from 115 mile an hour winds to 30 mile an hour winds.
Multiple power outages being reported as well.
Numerous power outages?
Numerous. Marine Base, Putney.
Okay, Marine Base and Putney, no power right now. Again, that's the south and east side of Albany, where the storm actually did hit. That is where we did see it. So getting more information. Tornado warning has been extended till 4:15 here. So if we'll zoom out.
Yeah, we've got
There you go. Yeah, that's the extension of it. So we have a brand new tornado warning.
Let's see. Ben Hill, Turner, Worth, until 4:15. Tornado producing storm, of course, is moving your way northeast of the Marine Base.